This is a $2,000 Upstream Data Black Box, built to run 2 Bitcoin miners entirely silent. And this is the biggest cooler I could find on Amazon. But will it do the same trick as the Upstream Data Black Box at silencing my Bitcoin miner? Let's find out. So this is a 150 quart or 141 liter Coleman cooler that I got off Amazon. The biggest I could find. Came in just around $130. I mean, look how big that is. This is the area that we have to work with. And my goal today is to cut this thing up and see if we could retrofit it in to silence one of my most profitable miners on the market right now. Now, we can't just stick it in here and hope for the best. We have to go ahead and retrofit it. And here is my table of goodies. So this is actually my most profitable Bitcoin miner, and it's actually a Zcash miner. This is the brand new Antminer Z15 Pro. This is the 860 kilosouls model. And I mine Zcash and get paid out in Bitcoin with this miner. And this is going to be my guinea pig for today. This is what we're going to use for our testing. And let me run through this real quick. So we have an air filter that we're going to go ahead and put in place in the front of our cooler to suck in air and make sure it's clean. We're going to be using some of our amazing foil tape, lots of hose clamps. We have some collars we might be needed, so we're going to mount to the actual cooler. We're going to be using an inline fan to go ahead and actually cool this, because we're going to take off these big fans here. We're going to be using the inline shroud system here from Fruition Design. It'll marry up to the actual ASIC. We do have some flex tubing to give us a little bit of play with everything there. We do have an exhaust duct off the backside that we're going to be installing, as well as a collar to help interface that. And we're going to need to get in our Ethernet and our power cables. So I got a bunch of grommets here that I'm going to use to go ahead and do that. And all of this, plus our cooler, comes into about $550. And this is something that you could use at home, right? You could retrofit this and run this at home if you wanted to. So will my $550 solution work? Let's find out. All right, so we have our Z15 Pro plugged in, and we need to set a baseline before we get started. So let's take a look. So we're about 76 to 77 dB. Can we go ahead and take this down to something like 50 to 55? Let's find out. All right, so quick audible. The Z15 Pro, the inline fan kit that I was sent, is actually the wrong size. You can see here, when you go ahead and line it up, it isn't far enough out. So that's not actually gonna work. So I'm gonna head over to my crypto mining shed and pick up a different miner. All right, so second best right now, I went ahead and picked up a Bitmain Antminer L9. Let's do our base test again. We're about 79 to 80. All right, let's get back to work.
Looking to launch or scale your mining operation? BlockOps Mining, based right in Arkansas, delivers over 67 megawatts of hosting power across multiple state-of-the-art facilities. Whether you're starting with 1 ASIC or 1,000, BlockOps Mining gives you a true turnkey experience, from purchasing your miners directly through them to having your hardware powered up and hashing in no time. They support traditional air-cooled hosting and now the latest generation hydro miners, giving you maximum efficiency and flexibility. Reach out to BlockOps Mining today and tell them the Hobbyist miner sent you for special pricing and exclusive discounts.
All right, so what do you guys think? Took a little while, a little trial and error. Some things went really well, some things didn't. Let's go ahead and go through it. So the collar actually worked out really well on this side. It was something I thought about. This is actually the IX Tech filter. I've actually shown these off on my channel before in my shed. So I thought this would work really, really well. Now, I'm not gonna be able to run this entirely outside, but if I came up with a different solution for the intake, because I have to filter the intake, that's really, really important. I could have went with another hooded side like this on the other side and possibly done that, but you do need to filter that air, you know, to kind of keep that miner healthy and clean. So of course, screwed it in, and of course our foil tape, you know, just does an amazing job always. But the foil tape can be really, really expensive. Now on the exhaust side, it actually worked out really, really well. I did end up, let me slide this over here. Inside you can actually see in, I tapped up that flap so that there was no air resistance. There's a flap that closes, and I wanted it to be open all the time, something I learned about from my shed setup. But this came together really, really well on this side. Now, when it comes down to the grommet, I'm not thrilled about the grommet, to be honest with you. Maybe I should have done something up top here. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to, once I get my cables through, because I do have my power and my Ethernet, and then I do have the fan cable, I'm probably gonna tape this up all the way, I think is what I'm gonna do. So I'm not totally thrilled about the way the grommet turned out. I taped on the outside, and then in the inside, I went ahead and used hot glue to go ahead and stick that in place. Now, if you guys are curious, you know, thinking about like how thick is this thing, look at that. That is how thick I saved this piece. The outside is, and this is, you know, this is quite thick especially. So opening this up, let's go ahead and take a look. Hold that open, there we go. You can see I have the collar. This is kind of like a boot. I've used this over at the shed. I did end up cutting this a little bit shorter because it would have been, it has an 8-inch tail, would have been too long. So I cut it shorter, put this on because this allows me now to button up the entire miner and that shroud right to it. And then I'll go ahead and use a hose clamp there. You can see, look, a little bit of that hot glue, you know, stuff right in there. On that side, but that turned out okay. And then over here, you can see the inside for our intake side. And look, you can even see how thick this actually is. Now, the reason I'm not gonna duct everything straight through is because the power supply is in here and the control board's in here and it radiates heat. And so I need to bring in air, and then this will suck the rest of it out. So I need to allow fresh air to kind of permeate through and flow through the actual cooler itself. So next step is, let's go ahead and grab our miner and let's get it installed. All right, moment of truth. We have our Bitmain Antminer L9 in place. Let's take a closer look here. My gimbal's all over the place, so hang with me. So we have a nice little bit of space right here. I can actually feel the suction pulling in that air here, which is nice. And then I do have our manual fan controller here. Currently it's not even turned up all the way, which works out nicely. We kept the fan speed all the way through with all of our testing. We have our shroud, and I did tap a little screw in right down here because this whole setup vibrates. I learned that from the shed. So just screwing that directly into it just stops it with the vibrations. I did go ahead, got all of our cables through our grommet, our miner. Ooh, I feel it's getting warm. We have our shroud, and then we buttoned it up right here to that boot, and I can feel the heat coming out right here on this side. So we have been up and running for a little while. We have our Altair Tech PDU down there, and I'm gonna come over here to our watt meter. You can see with the inline fan, because that's included on here, we're using 3,287 watts currently right now. That's pumping through our entire setup. Oh, here's the back side. I ended up just taping it off after all said and done, just to kind of keep it nice and cleaned up. So let's go ahead and see if we've made any change or if we didn't do anything at all. So let's put on our dB meter right here. So 71, 72, let's back up a little bit. About 65 back here. All right, let's close it up. $61, $62. 60 to 61. Love it. I wish we could get down into the 50s. We're not quite there, but this is pretty dang good. You can hear it, of course, the most on the exhaust side over on here. If I put this right here, We're about 66 to 67 on that side. And if we come over here, 66 to 67. Now I thought which would be kind of fun here. This is our little temperature unit hooked up to my phone. We're just gonna take a look here together. The cooler is just showing a little bit of orange, but not much. Look at that, the exhaust side. That exhaust is absolutely heating up there. You can actually see it right on the actual table. Right there is what you're seeing. And then let's see from our grommet hole. Yeah, look, we're not getting any, just a little bit of heat coming off of our cable there, around there. All right, and then taking a look at the lid, you can see we're not getting much, like the lid's not getting heated up at all. So really the nice thing is everything's coming down to the actual exhaust itself, which is doing exactly kind of what we wanted it to do here. But this has turned out awesome. Now taking a look, the big question is, keeping this thing sealed up, is how is the miner gonna do letting this run for like an hour in here? So let's let this run. All right, so it's been about an hour and we are strong. I'll go ahead and throw up the miner page right now. Hash rate's good, temps are good, inlet and outlet temps are good. My biggest concern was, would we see it get too warm inside of here? Wow, you can but it is not, it is not hot in here when I open this up at all. This actually seals closed pretty dang good. It was a little difficult to actually get that open. So it actually is a really good seal. Now, is this perfect? Absolutely not, guys, let's be honest. And this was just a fun test setup to go ahead and do. Could you run this outside? Yeah, I mean, the cooler probably would hold up fine. I probably would put it under an overhang of some kind. The exhaust would hold up no problem. You just want to make sure it's off the ground with rain and everything like that. The intake's really the biggest one. You'd have to figure out a better way. You couldn't use this cone setup to go ahead and get by with this intake setup here. But other than that, this could be something modified, of course, to go ahead and work for your situation. But love to get your thoughts and feedback on my Coleman cooler silencer setup for my L9. Was supposed to be the Z15. Either way, we're stacking Bitcoin. This is one other way, guys, for you guys to go ahead and mine Bitcoin at home. Leave your thoughts, your comments, your feedback directly down below. I'll leave a full parts list. Not that I expect you guys to build this, but maybe it inspires a few of you guys. I'll leave a parts list directly down below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.